Hello everyone, this is from tipsforyou.com. We are today going to talk about setting up the Raspberry Pi. So I'm in my site www.tipsforyou.com and you can go to Internet of Things. There are the IoT projects. You can see set up Raspberry Pi 3 for your IoT projects. You can click on it. So we'll be using Raspberry Pi 3 Model B Plus for our project. So what you need is, along with the Raspberry Pi, you need a micro USB power supply to power on the Pi. And you need a micro SD card and a TV or computer and connect through an HDMI cable. And you need an Ethernet for connecting to the internet if you don't have a Wi-Fi. So first thing what we have to do is to download the operating system. So you can go to raspberrypi.org/downloads. So we'll be going to the site and downloading the operating system, which will be the NOOBS, which we'll be using for our operating system, because we have two options, NOOBS or Raspbian. We'll be using the NOOBS. So once you click on NOOBS, you will get into this screen where you can download the operating system, the zip file. You have two options, NOOBS or NOOBS Lite. I'll be going for NOOBS, which is the offline copy, where you can just copy and put it in the micro SD card, and you don't need much download to happen. So once you click on download zip, it will start downloading the file. I will pause the video here. I will come back to you guys once it's downloaded and I will extract the files so you can sure this is the folder, the NOOBS 282, where I have already extracted the zip file. So these are the files from it. So we have to set up the SD card to copy this content. So you need to download the format SD card reader. So I already connected the SD card, so you can see the D drive. So download the SD card formatter from this link. So it will take you to this page. Scroll down and select the operating system. So you can choose for Windows or for Mac. For me, it's Windows, so I will click on it. So next will be the end user license agreement. Just scroll down to the bottom. You can read through the license agreement. So you have to click on accept to download the file. So I have already downloaded it. So I'll just pause the video and we'll come back. So this is the file SD card formatter, which I have already downloaded. You can install it. You can double click on the exe. Yeah, you can click on run. So it just started the installation. You can click on next. My computer is a little bit slow, so yours may be faster. So you have three options because I have already installed it. You will be getting an install option. So I'll just cancel it here. So I'll cancel it and I'll just open the formatter. So I have already, this is the formatter will look like. You have to select the drive letter which will be selected, depending upon your computer. So you have to be very careful. So for me, it's a D drive. So usually it takes by default. You can just double check it, and you can give a volume label if you want. Just click on format after that. It just take a few seconds to complete the format. It's almost complete. Click on OK. Okay, so we have completed the format. Now we have to copy the content from the NOOBS. You should not copy the whole NOOBS folder. You have to copy the content from it to inside the micro SD card. So just copy and paste. Since it's almost 1.5 GB of files, it may take some time to copy it. So I will pause the video. Meanwhile, it's complete the copy, and I will come back. So it's all done. So the copy is completed. Now you have to disconnect the micro SD card. You have to connect it to your Raspberry Pi. Connect the Pi to the power cable, HDMI for your TV monitor, and also connect your external keyboard and mouse. So once you switch on the Raspberry Pi, it will be booting up into the page where we have to select the operating system. So this will be the page where you'll be getting once you boot up in the first time. So you have to select Raspbian recommended, and you have to click on install. So once you click on install, you will be getting the screen where it starts to download. So this will be the screen where it will start to download, and it may take around 15 minutes depending on how much file it is copying. So you have to wait to complete. So once the copy is completed, it will bring up the screens for the configuration. So one of the main thing which you have to do is to reset the password. So by default, Pi comes with a username as Pi and password as Raspberry. So you have to set a new password, otherwise it will be a very high security risk for your Raspberry Pi. Anybody can connect your Raspberry Pi. So once the password is set, you can get other options like setting up your keyboard, the language, the time, and once you'll also get the Wi-Fi configuration. So you can just click on finish, then it will take you to the check for update. This will take probably an hour or more, depending upon how much it has to download. So once it complete the update, it will take you to the reboot screen where you have to click on reboot. Then it will take you to the home page. This is how it will look once you log into the home page. Since I have already set up my Raspberry Pi, I will connect to the Raspberry Pi through SSH or through VNC Viewer, and I will show you how it will look like. So yeah, I will go to the VNC Viewer, and you can enter the IP address on the top since I have already connected it before. I will just double click or right click and click on connect. So both options you can use. I have a separate video which I'll be creating. I have a separate post on my site which talks about how to set up the SSH, so you can follow the same thing to set up your Raspberry Pi. So this is how it will look, the home page, home screen of Raspberry Pi. If you see, no, I already connected through VNC Viewer, so you don't need to be in front of the Raspberry Pi all the time. So that's all for today, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this session. So just set up your Raspberry Pi for our IoT projects, and let's start working on it. So we'll be also looking forward to share more topics in the coming days. So I hope you guys follow my site www.thetipsforyou.com. Number 4, it's not FOR, and the YouTube channel. So thank you all for your support, and wish you all to do a good IoT project with Raspberry Pi. Thank you.